Yotus34 just subscribed. Less than 3 going to miss the games Gree. Excited for what's next. Still going to be streaming, but something different?
Hello, hello. Good day, good morning, good afternoon, good time zone. Tap, tap. Is this working? It is. Yeah, didn't even test the mic before the stream. Yotus, thank you very much for the tier 2. Thank you for, well, still subscribing, still being part of this. What the hell? Mofo's being censored as a potentially harmful word. I allowed it though, so hopefully it went through. It did go through. There it is. Balafar. Sasami. Oh my god. Hello there. How are you doing? Boonu. Hiya. Fuck DMCA. Well, no. I'm not like burning any bridges or like, fuck it, let's nuke the channel, whatever, let's get strikes on it, who gives a shit? No reason to lose or even have a single strike on it. You know how it is, 3 strikes and it's over. Kangabus, hello there. Crazy Cat Mom, how you doing? Yeah, I mean, some of you already have seen some of the tweets, etc. So I thought I wanted to do like one last stream, and I say last for now, for foreseeable future, and that might be a year, might be half a year, might be a few months. I genuinely don't know. Because, well, Balafar, thank you. Excited for what's next? Next is, priority changes and just, lifestyle change, complete lifestyle change. Therefore, I just don't see how streaming fits into it at all. I genuinely don't. At the moment, 1 and 2 more importantly than that, time-wise, that's already one issue. But 2 is that, it's a thing for any content creator, any kind of professional and non-professional hobbyist, is that you have to have some sort of a story to tell. You have to have something you want to make content around, right? Something that is the message that you want to put out there. That is, the prerequisite for actually going live, right? You don't go live and then go like, all right, what do I do? Hi. You sort of have at least a vague idea or something that you want to do. And I don't have it. At the moment, I don't. I've completely exhausted gaming and gaming in general, not only in streaming, but in like my personal life. I'm done with it. So I don't know yet what it's going to be, what the next thing is going to be. Whether that's going to be with my studies that I'm going to start, I think I'm going to realistically, financially, will be able to afford to start studying next year. So year 24 is when I start my psychology studies, bachelor's in psychology. So maybe there's going to be some interesting content around that I want to do. It might be on YouTube, might be easier doing it that way time-wise, although might be stream as well. I do enjoy the feeling of being on camera and being live and talking into the microphone, etc. It's just that, there has to be like some sort of reason to go live, and at the moment, I don't know. Yoda says, "Oh, look, lady, what's up? Antag, pleasure to see you. Hello, Balafar." Thank you. Used to make music. I used to, but that was a long time ago. See, that's another one, that I want to see if I can find some time for basically I'll have to relearn Ableton again. Ableton, for those of you who don't know, it's a DAW. It's a music production software. I used to use that, but that was ages ago. So I probably would have to refresh my knowledge of it and see if I'm interested in some sort of projects like that. But since we sort of just full on jumped into it like that, is that I realized that there's a lot of things I want to do, and well, limited time. So realistically, when I'm back home at, let's say, well, I think 6 is not going to be realistic, more likely 7 p.m. in the evening, right? And I want to keep a good sleep schedule and actually actually feel good and improve my health.
Oh shit.
Yo, who that? Hey, what's up?
Raven Jim just subscribed. So close yet so far away from nice.
Oh yeah, from the 69, it is a few months. Yeah, Jim, gotta keep subbing for that for the half a year. Still for the half a year. Thank you very much. Appreciate it for real. All that you've done for the channel. And yeah, Chuktovsky was saying in the mod chats, like, why not go live, you know, once or twice a week? It's absolutely realistic, you know, just keep some subs going, etc. I agree. I mean, it's not like I'm nuking the channel, I'm not deleting the server, not deleting my Twitter or something like that. Okay, I've unsubscribed from Amazon Prime and Twitter Blue. Those two I've cancelled. But I'm not like nuking anything. There's no reason to burn anything and walk away from it like never looking back. I'm leaving the doors open and the possibilities of like return in definitely a hobby level streaming. You know, just something that is a hobby where I wanna I don't know, spread some sort of a message. You know, I don't know what it's gonna be. Genuinely, I don't know. It might be, I've had some ideas about music streams, but you know how it is on Twitch, like music and DJing, stuff like that is not really possible. So that would be like something like TikTok maybe, you know, since music rights are sorted out there. Or like some mixes on YouTube or something like that. I don't know, it might be car related, traveling related, something like that. Maybe some vlogs, which might then not be live streams. So yeah, I'm not like, I'll be honest, I'm not super intensely thinking, like, oh, gotta do something. There's probably gonna be a very, very quiet time for a long time. Maybe half a year, maybe more. Who knows? I genuinely don't want to set any high expectations for anyone. And, you know, not to say that's a really sad note or anything, or it's possible that I never stream again and that's it. It's just a chapter that has ended, and like once I go deeper into the relative normality that is non-streamer life, I realize that, hey, you know what, I don't miss it. It's a possibility. I can't predict the future, neither can you. We just have to sort of go with it and see how it goes, genuinely. Spoonis is still hoping for a talk show. Yeah, I mean, that definitely has been something that has never sort of left my mind, because like when Just Chattings were happening, when we had actually enough people and some subjects, yeah, I really enjoyed those parts. You know how it has been rarely, but there have been some Just Chattings that just end up being 3 hours, something like that, right? And they're a load of fun, and I really, really enjoyed that experience, yeah. Chris Capman says, are you shutting Discord? I know. So once again, but I feel like I'll probably upload this to YouTube as one of the last current uploads with you know, a link that I can point people to, and maybe, you know, some of you in Discord as well. If someone pops in after like an absence of 3 months, like what's happening, then you can say, hey, go watch this video. But no, I'm not shutting anything down. I'm not deleting anything or anything like that. There's no reason for it. I'll still, at least for now, for about a month, I'll be hanging out on Discord. Once I start the full-on office things, then yeah, I won't be keeping Discord open in the office. I've never been able to work like that. So I probably will be online very little. But as long as, you know, it's alive and there's people there, sure. Like, why would I delete it? There's absolutely no reason. If we get to a point, I don't know, 3 months down the line, 3 years down the line, again, who knows? No one knows. And, you know, there's like one message in 3 weeks. Someone just moose popping in saying, hello, hello, hello. And you can just hear the echo. And no one has chatted in like 3 weeks. Then, yeah, at that point, probably just delete it. Sure. But now, why? It's still a living, breathing thing. Very much. So there's no need to nuke it. Just chat streams to catch up with the homies. Yeah, that gym is actually a very really. There we go. That is a very. Fuck, I can't say very realistic. That is a very realistic possibility. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe once a month stream or something like that, just catching up with the regulars. But then again, even then, I feel like I have to have some sort of an idea. I don't want to go live. Yo, it's the monthly catch-up stream, and then I go live, and I'm like, yeah, well, this month, I've done this, I've done that, and I had ice cream. Right, so what you been up to? And and that's it, that's the whole content. I don't know if that would be that interesting. There has to be something in there, some sort of a theme, you know? So it will take some time for me to develop it. And since it's not going to be at the moment a priority, it's going to take some time. I just want to set expectations. That's all. Oh, wait, there was a hype train. Thank you. What the hell? Nice. Hype train as well. Hey, Froster. How you doing? Hello, hello. React on stream is possibility. Most certainly, yeah, that's probably the easiest content that there is out there. Just, you know, slap on some videos, sit there and laugh. And I mean, it's not bad. It works for a reason. Obviously, a lot of people like hanging out with their favorite creators as well. Wait, why is the screen flashing? Give me a second. Yeah, and just watch some videos together. That is possible, perhaps. Yeah. React streams are kind of meta. I mean, they've never gone away. They've always been there, and that's true. Yeah, most certainly. And I mean, there's some huge streams built just on that. You know, you can react to all kinds of things as well. That's the thing. It can be a full-on react, or, you know, try not to laugh. It could be a react to political things, all kinds of shit, right? So even react streams are divided in subgenres. It's like a little side note though about the future in terms of like what's happening on Twitch. It's going to be interesting to see. You know, I'm sure most of you who at least look at some news on Twitter recently, 400 employees let go from Twitch. Amazon's point of view on Twitch is that Twitch is still not profitable and not making enough. Year on year, actually, there's been a decrease in viewers in general and hours watched on Twitch. Facebook has removed path to partner. There is no way to be a partner streamer on Facebook anymore. So there's also some weird things happening. So this whole streaming industry is still very much, you know, up in the air. You don't know where it's gonna land and how. Just yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Sandman, hello there. Anyone else? Fab, missed you in the chat. Apologies, not on purpose. Earl, what's up? Hello. Apologies, have to clear my throat a little bit. I've got a slight cold. Pyro is here as well. How you doing, man? How you doing? You should do it at all on server since bot is late and it's kind of an important stream. Oh, hey, yeah. The bot, you know, no, there it is. The bot actually has done its thing. There it is. It's there. It's there. The Twitter bot is broken, but that breaks regularly. Stuff like that. Balafar says all my comments have to be approved by moderators. Wait, what? Really? I only saw one. It was the mofos. For whatever reason, stupid Twitch moderation thingies has somehow identified mofos as something offensive. Twitch, it's motherfuckers, not mofos. Blame Frosty says good luck again. Thank you. I hope you pop off and whenever you got planned next. Oh, I will, absolutely. It has been an interesting, very stimulating sort of jump back into the business world. But it has been more than that. It has been a big retrospective while doing, you know, sending out CVs and talking to people, catching up with some sort of previous friends that were more friends in my work life, catching up with those, meeting up with them. And all of that, like, sort of prompted me to look at things and start sort of looking at my life, sort of zooming out, looking at the bigger picture. So I'll go to some conclusions there as well. I tweeted a slightly cryptic tweet one evening about it. Like, that was a couple of days ago, something like that, about, like, what the hell? That's, like, a huge revelation that happened. And it was very big for me, yeah. Absolutely. I'll let you know what that is in a moment. But basically, yeah, it's all of that has sort of stimulated me and woken me up. I must use that sort of slightly cringe, but, you know, I've awoken thing. I have to, because here's the big picture, right? For those of you who have been with me for a really long time here, how did I even end up in streaming? It was a huge failure in my personal and business life. It was a company that I put blood, sweat, and tears into, that I worked up to the managing director's position all the way from sales over the course of many years. I was working super duper hard. I managed to turn a lot of things around, improve, modernize, etc., etc., etc. Because when I took the company over as a managing director, it was in an absolutely dire state, with overdrafts and no cash to pay the employees, and it was tragic. And I managed to turn it around and keep it going for quite a few years. And then we agreed with the main shareholder that we set some targets, and I was on track to own 10% of the company. And then, long story short, Amazon decided to enter our industry. We were sort of safe because Amazon was focusing on general consumer electronics. We were like a specialized industry that was focusing on music professionals, etc. And like a little bit of an enthusiast sector as well, but mostly professionals. So we were not like that worried. Hindsight's a beautiful thing, of course, that Amazon would enter, but they did. They most certainly did, and they disrupted things super duper heavily. And without going too much into maybe boring business stuff, but the situation in UK and in Europe in general for Americans, we don't have the recommended retail price. It's not a thing in EU. In theory, and I must stress that, in theory, competition exists and retailers are free to set their prices. But in practice, there's actually cartels, there's, behind the scenes price regulation, and especially small retailers like us, even though we did have like up to 5 million turnover a year, but we're held strictly to what prices we have to hold. And if we don't toe the line in terms of what pricing has been dictated to us by the manufacturers and suppliers, we suffer from sanctions. They won't give us spare parts. They will start dragging their heels on servicing the items and warranties. They might delay shipments, shit like that. Yeah. Business. Anyway, yeah, I feel like the American model of the recommended retail price, it would benefit Europe. The whole idea that, just free competition and capitalism is going to sort itself out, well, it proves itself over and over again. It doesn't work. So what happened is, Amazon, obviously you can't dictate any terms to Amazon, but anyway, I'm going into too much detail. Basically, Amazon heavily disrupted the industry. Big fights broke out between some huge German retailers, Thomann. Some of you might have even purchased something in Europe from Thomann. They're great, though. I admire their operations, etc., and we were a casualty. So, we went into administration, and that hit me emotionally and psychologically real hard. So we were all made redundant, etc. We went through the administration process, which was like, I'm surprised that I actually didn't get gray hair through there, because, as a managing director, legally I was still responsible for quite a lot. My name and my signature was on a lot of stuff. So that was a huge failure that spiraled me into depression, and somehow I found solace in gaming. Just escaped into the gaming world, and then somehow just by accident sort of stumbled into streaming and Borderlands, etc., and then the rest of it is history. There was never really like a grand plan to become a content creator, etc. It sort of just somehow happened. Why am I telling you all of that? Is because when I look at the bigger picture, and very important side note, I'm talking about myself. All of us, myself included, have this tendency sometimes to listen to someone else's story and sort of filter it through my own mind, and sometimes start applying those same thoughts to your own principles. Why am I saying that? I'm saying about what happens to me and what's right for me. That doesn't mean that if there's something that you're doing that I used to do, it doesn't mean that it's wrong or that you are depressed or something. Just a side note, very important one. But what I realized this year that I just sort of spiraled down into gaming, and that was my escape from just this huge failure in my life. I really took it real hard, because I put in like 7 or 8 years into that company, and like a lot of plans were built around it as well. The 10% of the company, all of that. Me and Anna were planning a family and everything, and just all of that freaking fell apart. It was a huge downer. And I escaped into gaming, into this safe space of streaming, and like I'm just hanging out with people in the chat. It's nice, and playing games, and I don't have to think about the serious things in the real world and worry about them anymore. And I just want to leave them behind me, because it has been a traumatic experience. So there was some good that came out of it, most certainly. All of us met, all that good stuff. But I would say the bad was, I most certainly filled a void and stopped like pushing my mind, myself, my intelligence forward, I just filled the void with games. You know, I would stream for sometimes, you know, remember the longest streams, 30 hours, 14 hours, game. Then I would stop the stream, good night, everybody, eat dinner, and then I would play games for another 8 hours. Games. I put together the hours roughly at about 20,000 hours in less than a decade of gaming. 20,000 hours. That gaming got bad. I mean, you're not completely wrong, Jim. That's true. Gaming has changed as well. It's interesting how quickly in the last 6 or 7 years, something like that, gaming landscape has changed too. But you know what? The bigger part is though my introspective. The hard realization that hit me is that I've got nothing to show for it. 20,000 hours, so much time spent. It feels terrible to admit, but since I started gaming, I haven't finished a single book. Not a single one. There's like a couple by my bedside that I've started, not finished, because, hey, I'd rather spend like 5 or 6 hours in RimWorld. Maybe grind a little bit of Overwatch. So there's 20,000 hours of gaming. Countless completions of Borderlands, Overwatch ranks, Destiny 2 Guardian ranks, black bordered maps in Bloons, achievements, badges on Steam. Again, don't take it personally, but how I view it, I look at it and I realize that means fuck all. It has no value. It genuinely in real world has no value. Intellectually, I as a person haven't grown because of that. I haven't acquired some skills. Yeah, one could argue, you know, faster reaction time, playing shooters, etc. Some fun was had, but more about fun in the moment as well. But genuinely looking about at all of that, and I'm not talking about streaming right now, but it does share some of those emotions. But gaming in general, I've wasted a lot of time. Insane amount of hours, and I have got nothing to show for it. Like, who gives a shit about my Destiny rank or my fully filled achievements? It has absolutely no value. So yeah, that's that. You know, streaming, there's definitely some things that I learned, and it was a lot of fun. But again, no disrespect to streamers or content creators. It's a very hard job, insanely hard, and incredibly stressful, volatile, unreliable, and frankly, you have to be insane to actually want to be a content creator. But even then, when I look at all of that time, in terms of, like, for me personally, because maybe that's my personality, the way my mind works, I don't think I've grown as much as I could have if I actually put my mind into something a little bit more serious. That's my view. That's how I see it. But yeah, the bigger thing is gaming. I'm selling the PC and everything, so I won't have any of this equipment anymore. I'm just keeping a laptop just so I can do some work stuff, and that's it. Selling all of the gear. But you know, talking about like some streams later on, then yeah, then I can get some sort of a decent laptop that I can stream from, because I'm not gonna be gaming. Yeah, no, gaming's done. I used to game. I mean, all of us did in teenage years as a kid. Then I stopped. Then I spent my time in advertising. Spent my time in retail business in London. All of that, and then then a big fail happened that I just described just now, and then I just sort of turned to gaming as a little pacifier, and it just sort of spiraled into just an all-consuming void in some ways. Yeah. Some people will say, but fun was had. I wanted to address the fun part as well. Most certainly at the start, there was plenty of it, a lot of it. And here's the interesting thing that I saw and realized in the bigger picture, right? I've been particularly disillusioned and sort of maybe even upset with gaming. I would say for the past 2 years or so, and that's why the streams have been struggling, because I've been struggling to find a game that I enjoy, and even Overwatch and shit like that. I just haven't been getting any satisfaction out of it. And I was wondering, like, why that? You know, as Jim mentioned, has gaming changed or anything like that? It most certainly has, but I have changed more than the gaming. And what I realized is there's an interesting connection that I made, a couple of dots that I connected. Again, you know, on a very personal level, but then again, that's what this stream is about, is that I'm sure some of you remember, like, you know, me splitting with Anna then, and the relationship ending, me leaving London, me spiraling even deeper into depression because I never really treated it, never really got out of it. I was constantly depressed even through the fun Borderlands times on stream. And then just that depression deepened and deepened and deepened, and then I had to take some emergency therapy sessions. And I think I took those for 2 months, something like that. Shout out to my mom for paying for those. She's amazing. Yeah, and that sort of put me back on track, and then I started sort of putting myself back together, building myself back up. And here's the interesting thing. Those are the dots that I connected. The better I got mentally, the more annoyed I was with streaming and with gaming. And I didn't put the 2 and 2 together before. But now it's sort of clear as day, you know, once like the penny dropped, is that, yeah, the healthier and the more awake I was and more aware of my life and what I want to do and more positive, and the more actually I started hating gaming and basically was disillusioned with it. I'm sure a lot of us have had that feeling of scrolling through an endless list of Steam games and being like, I want to play something, but nothing is interesting. Everything is boring. That's one. And two, like grinding hours. You know, some of you it's League. For me, it was Overwatch. Just, you know, 5-hour session, and then you're like, fuck. All I am is mad, annoyed. I'm roughly at the same skill rank still. You know, and a lot of that stuff. But, you know, sometimes momentum is a very powerful thing, and I just kept going because that's what I've been doing for the last, 6 years or 7 years, something like that. So I just kept sort of repeating the pattern. Routines, we're, creatures of habit. So I just kept doing that. And then, yeah, that couple of days ago, I did I came back from some interviews and did some CV stuff at home, and then I was like, you know what, let me play some Overwatch. And I played for 3 hours, and I was like, I didn't enjoy it. I'm pissed. All right, let me play some Bloons. That's going to be nice. And I played, and I was like, it just felt so empty. And I'm just sitting there clicking. No offense to Bloons, it's a fantastic game. Again, it's more about my internal process. And then I was like, yeah, I can't even play through a Bloons map. It's not interesting. And then I started scrolling through Steam thinking, what else could I play? And like nothing seemed interesting at all. And then it was weird. It just clicked. And when things click in our lives, it's not just because you realized everything at that moment. It usually is a subconscious process that has been building up to that moment. Just like, the Newton's apple on his head, doesn't mean that he came up with all the ideas about gravity in that moment. It just has been a long process and all came together in that one moment. And then, I realized that, I've just been sort of hamster in a wheel. Just, clicking on those games and doing the, dopamine, achievement, ranking, skill, black borders, completions. And then, I just realized that I was just hamster in a wheel running while still standing in one spot, essentially, not moving anywhere. So, yeah, I'm glad I got out. And it feels genuine, and it feels like something that I've arrived to naturally. But the TLDR, the interesting dots that I connected as well was the fact that, the better my mindset and mental health got, the more upset I got with the whole situation of streaming and gaming and not going anywhere. So, there you go. That's some insight for you. Chris Catmum says, you fall on hard times, come home and I will sort you out. Even if it's just a feed, you still come home and don't struggle. Oh, you're talking about mums? Yeah, mum has been awesome. Yeah, mum has helped me out a lot. I definitely owe her, for sure, big time. Jim says, was hoping we'd catch Overwatch games or something in the weekends. Surprised you're going for cold turkey? Yeah, because you have to go cold turkey. It does have most certainly very clear patterns of an addiction as well. This kind of overconsumption of games, 20,000 hours in less than a decade. you know, do the maths. It just works out as ridiculous. Of course, I was streaming, but still, I mean, doesn't matter. Yeah, you have to do cold turkey. Like, no kind of moderation or anything works. That's 1. And 2, I genuinely don't enjoy games. I haven't enjoyed them for a long time. I don't know, some of you might remember that questionnaire I did, sort of like a little research about, you know, I was trying to improve my stream persona and my attitude, and like one of those things was about me raging, etc. But like, in hindsight, look at how much I've been complaining and being annoyed by games, etc. I'm not a very complaining person, but I feel like, yeah, it's just, I've been sort of going against the grain, against a lot of things in me personally, just because, well, that's what I'm doing. This is what I've chosen. I just got to keep going. I don't know. Maybe for some of you it's way too deep stuff. It is to do with subconscious and conscious and how things happen. But I skipped the song by accident. But anyway, yeah, coming back to like catching some Overwatch games, etc. No, like I genuinely haven't had fun in gaming in a really long time. Don't get me wrong, it hasn't been all bad. You know, there have been some gems for a little bit, like Hades and stuff like that, where there have been moments of really cool stuff happening. But they've been few and far between. Majority of it has just been going through the motions. And he is an admission, chat. I've lied on stream a lot. What is it? What is it? Saying, yeah, this is interesting. Ooh, this is kind of cool. Yeah, I like it. While hating the shit out of what I'm doing on screen and disliking the game. We know. I mean, Bruno, I'm obviously joking. Like, it's you know, some people will tell, but some will not. You know, don't overestimate your ability to tell what I'm thinking from just looking at me on the screen. Sometimes, yeah, you just put on a face and smile and pretend that everything's cool. And, you know, I've gone through some games absolutely putting up a face and everything and doing, in my opinion, entertaining content. But genuinely, I didn't have fun. So, yeah, that's like a long answer to Jim's we could catch some Overwatch games or something. Nah, like, I genuinely... And for some Zoomers it might sound cringe, but I genuinely rather read a book or watch an interesting video about some sort of an interesting subject rather than just sit and game. I'm genuinely done with it. And I already, like, it's interesting. It's like, you know, life is cyclical, but I already have gone through that in my life before, where, you know, I played through my childhood and teenage years a lot, and then I started working, you know, and, like, gaming sort of fizzled out because it was an activity that didn't capture me anymore. And then, yeah, spent many years doing all kinds of things, professional life, developing my career, all that, and then, like, that huge failure sort of, and then spiraling down into depression. Yeah, that sort of, I filled that void with games, and I just fell back into it for a really long time, many years. So yeah, I'm done with it. It's not a thing I need anymore. Frost is gonna head out. Sad he is selling everything, but at the same time, I get it. Good luck, and it was a pleasure. Likewise, Frost. I've said that to you, and I mean it. From the whole Borderlands community, I think you're the most sane person, and the one that I've enjoyed communicating with the most. For real, for real. From where we started to where we ended, take care of yourself. Likewise. And as I said, you know, I'm not gonna completely disappear off the face of the earth. I'll still be in the Discord. I'm not deleting the Discord. Again, we'll repeat for some who have come in later maybe. I'm not, like, deleting anything. The Twitch channel still stays up because, like, content creation can be fun, and I just need to find a new niche, something that I enjoy. As I said, it might be travel, might be cars. I do enjoy cars a lot. You know, maybe that would be tinkering with Frank and upgrading, because actually I'll finally have money for that. So, you know, just some upgrades to Frank, shit like that. Maybe, I don't know, me and my best friend JJ, we were chatting the other day about, like, you know, maybe having some fun with some used cars and restoration, stuff like that. Because he's a big tinkerer. He's got like 4 or 5 different cars already in all kinds of stages of development at home. You know, shit like that. So there's definitely some interesting stuff that I could do. But the gaming era is truly, truly over. Yeah. Jim says, I get it, but I still wouldn't be able to do what you are doing, though. You would be able to. Absolutely. If any one of you feel like, yeah, you know, you're just sitting there and gaming, but actually there's no pleasure in anything, and you feel like the time is just slipping through your hands, you most certainly can stop. It just like takes some time, but it has to be a conscious decision, and I genuinely believe it has to be done cold turkey. At the end of the day, it's not like that hardcore, like trying to quit smoking cold turkey. That can actually end with a hospital, like I did for my dad, you know, after 20 years of smoking, quitting cold turkey, and like the brain and body goes, and you know, you end up in a hospital. They have to do it gradually, you know, things gradually, but gaming, most certainly you can do cold turkey. You just have to have a plan. What are you going to do? Because you end up with loads of free time. Just figure out what you want to fill it with. Yeah. Lurkily says interesting is a term that people use when it's not. I think I know what you mean. It's not when it's not interesting. When it's interesting, you do say interesting. But it's the replacement word for when someone asks, like, you know, how are you liking this? And instead of saying, yeah, it's awesome or it's good, you say, it's interesting. That's the one, I think. Isn't that what you mean? Because that's especially Brits are famous for that. Yeah, instead of saying, yeah, it's good, it's awesome, or I like it, you say, it's interesting. That's the one. But when you genuinely think it's interesting, you can say it's interesting, yeah. Chris Cyan, oh yeah, Amazon UK. Jesus, I remember that username. Still remember watching you play Fallout back in 2018. Enjoy that. Respect your decision. Don't forget, it is an impressive feat, the community that you built. Take care. Thank you. And I'm genuinely thankful to any one of you who have been here for many years, for a few weeks, etc. For real, because it is, you know, what the right word for that would be. Like self-fulfilling comes to mind, but that's not what I mean. It's like a cyclical thing in a sense that, you know, streamers wouldn't exist without viewers, and viewers need the streamers. So yeah, it has been a symbiotic relationship. There you go. That's the word I was looking for. I most certainly have enjoyed it a lot. Yeah. Always remember Fuckface from Fallout. Yeah, me too. Me too. Fuckface will always be there. And for sure, yeah, it's like, but there's the good moments, but that's what our brains do. And it's not a bad thing, you know, we tend to remember things often better than they were. And most certainly even now, like, well, I haven't played anything for like 2-3 days, something like that. It's like, you know, small part of my brain is like, but you're going to miss this, you're going to miss that. And look at that, the new Remnant 2 trailers coming out, and you have a look at that. People are having fun with Diablo 4 and blah, blah, blah. But to no disrespect again to anyone, it's a small niche, it's a small bubble. When you look at the wider things, at least for me personally, what I want to do in my career and what I can do most importantly. Will sound very arrogant, but I don't care. It's like, if I was a little bit dumb and all I could do is some basic manual labor because I didn't have the mental capacity and I couldn't build a career, then yeah, maybe I could just keep going because, hey, I've got no other options. Puno, thank you for the bogos. But no, I've got a good brain, and I've got quite the experience, and it has been genuinely very encouraging as well when, you know, I go to meetings and suddenly we talk face to face like serious people about stuff, and I have input. I've been to like some workshops in one company already, sort of looking at how their internal workings are working, etc. And it's like, oh man, you know what? People actually value me. I'm a professional. I know stuff. I have input. And it's sad to say, but yeah, you know, after years of just memes and being silly, it's like, wait a minute. there's another world out there that I enjoy a lot more. So yeah, that's why there's like, I'm not doubting this decision or anything. It actually feels incredibly liberating. Glee, hello there. Said many years ago I came for the game. Oh yes, Fuckface. Oh yeah, wait, you also came through Fallout. Yeah, stayed for the streamer. Changed that. I stayed for the person. I'll stay in Discord. I'll stay over here too for the great memories. Thank you very much, Glee. It has been a pleasure for real. And yeah, again, I'll probably, you know, be like a little bit like a broken record. But yeah, Discord's still staying. I'm still gonna be there. Realistically, the situation is that I've done one test project for one company that we're discussing tomorrow morning on a call. They'll give me feedback, and then we're probably going to be negotiating a deal, possibly what they want to offer, what I want to get. And then I'm waiting on Wednesday. I'm getting a brief for another project for another different company, which is also going to be a paid project, but a test to see if they want to hire me full time. So I'll have to do that one too. So realistically, I'm estimating that most certainly I'll end up in one of those. How many? 3 positions possible? Yeah. Probably, I would say by end of April. Maybe I'm going to start on 1st of May, something like that. So, yeah. Still sometimes I'm going to be hanging out on Discord for sure and be there. It's just once I start the office life, that always has been my mentality, and that hasn't changed. Is that, yeah, I want to have like Twitch or Twitch chat or Discord open when I'm working. And I know, what a hypocrite, right? I have relied on that all the time. It's just, no, maybe my brain's too distracted. I like to focus, and, you know, when I'm in the office, I want to be in the office, and therefore I focus. So, yeah, I'll be offline for the most part. When did you play Resident Evil 7? That was when I found your channel. You're the realest dude on Twitch. Aggie, fist bump, thank you. And I'm glad you're doing good as well, and you found a great job. Resident Evil 7. Wait, really? You came in through that? Maybe. That was some time ago. Yeah. Look, Lenny says, gonna head out, have my thesis to edit, and have to feed myself. So you guys in Discord? Absolutely. Absolutely. Which is why this is not gonna feel like, you know, tearful, sad goodbyes, because, you know, the real ones are in the chat, and most of you I'm gonna still keep seeing on Discord for the foreseeable future. But what I wanted to do, I wanted to just, you know, have a little chat. Typing all of this out would be incredibly a lot of typing, a lot of typing. But also, I didn't want the last stream to be like, yeah, an unfinished the pre-sequel. So I was like, yeah, at least even if it is just an hour or something like that, just have a stream that I can just quickly throw on YouTube as well for those who want to catch up on what has happened. But yeah, I genuinely don't have any other plans for today. Don't think Angie should take over your community? That's not how it happens, Chris Gammon. Like, why is there a need to take over? The thing is, it's not a zero-sum game, right? See, you're a good example. You're in Agathor's community, and you're in mine. You absolutely can be in both. Balafar says, found you through Borderlands 2 like 5 years ago, like others here stayed for the person. Enjoy the atmosphere. Thank you, Balafar. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, Borderlands 2. I genuinely feel like Borderlands 2 was a lucky accident. And, you know, I echo what King Gathalion has said a lot about streaming, and I respect his opinions as a very successful, long-time streaming and content creation professional. You know, he does, yeah, you most certainly need to put in a lot of work, etc., 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 but he has often emphasized what a lot of, like, gurus and courses that will teach you how to stream forget, is that unfortunately in this industry, luck also plays a lot. You know, luck is a big factor. Sure, you know, you gotta put yourself there to be for that lucky moment, and that requires work. But why I'm saying that is, yeah, Borderlands 2 was sort of lucky, yeah. It was just like, it was the right game for me. It just had all the elements, everything just fit together, and it ended up being a very good game to stream on Twitch. So it just happened. And, you know, for the last time, mention the dead horse that it is Borderlands 3. You know, that was the big hope, and it didn't happen. It was a huge disappointment for me and a lot of others, and therefore, yeah, I sort of couldn't find anything else to replace Borderlands with. Mr. Hello there, you leaving? Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll still be on Discord, but stream-wise, yeah, I'm done. Stream-wise, I'm done. Borderlands 3? Well, yeah, Borderlands 3, I mean, we've all been through this conversation most certainly more times than we need to. But, yeah, it was one of those Marmite games, isn't it? You know, 50% of the community loved it, went with it. Even, you know, conflicts ended up breaking out between creators, big and small. because some thought that was the best thing and some absolutely disliked it. So it was a weird one, yeah. So yeah, there's that. Marmite though is 95% hated. You think so? I don't know. Where do you get the statistics from? I've tried it. Yeah, it's disgusting. I can't. Chuck the avatars on? I can't. I don't have them. I don't have any, like, all of the games, everything has been uninstalled, all the saves wiped, Steam, Ubisoft, all of that shit has been uninstalled, all of the launchers uninstalled. I don't have anything anymore on this PC. That's how it stays. But as I said, I'm going to disassemble probably this PC and sell it for parts. One, I need money for now until I get my first salary. But two, also, there is no need to keep such a powerful gaming machine here. For streaming non-gaming content, you don't really need that much power. Vegemite's better than Marmite. For the longest time, I thought that they're the same, by the way. We'll still be on Snapchat, randomly text Snap. Yeah, I'm still there. I'm not, like, not deleting my social media or anything. Once again, like, I'm not deleting anything that is channel and community related. You know, the channel on Twitch stays. You know, it hibernates there. Which is why Abudo said, like, fuck it. And for a moment, I was like, yeah, you know what? Let me just throw some iTunes on, listen to whatever I want to. But then I was like, wait. But if I do get a strike, you know, and then I want to pick the channel up, I don't know. 3 years later, 2 years later, who fucking knows? Suddenly I will have a strike. So I was like, you know, no need to nuke anything. Snapchat you dick pics? Like Dick Van Dyke. Well, you can, most certainly. Can't guarantee if I'm gonna block or not. So we need someone to chat to when you still DM you on Discord. Sure, but I mean, Discord's there. I mean, the whole point of Discord is more that, yeah, it's the community, and then the rooms can be used for that. Most certainly, you know, can DM me as well, for sure, but, let me put it this way. Like, I won't be there as much as I have been so far. That's for sure. So yeah, we'll see. I genuinely don't want to predict the future because just looking at my own life, like so many crazy things, including this whole streaming stint, have happened that I could have never ever predicted in 100 years. So yeah, I don't know. You know, Discord might keep going, and who knows? We might just keep going and get some more people in there, etc. And it just might slowly sort of dwindle and die out. That's also a possibility. I don't know. We'll see. Samba says no micro radio. Yeah, I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. That's just how it is. At the end of the day, maybe at some point in the future, but yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be a full-time creator ever. Again, don't say never. You never know. But yeah, I mean, the downside, I'm not gonna say anything new. The downside is that like, it's an incredibly volatile, unreliable job with more stresses and often way more demands than a standard job would have, and a lot less stability, even for big creators. And there have been examples plenty of, you know, where you could have huge success at one moment and then again the game changes, you say something wrong, etc., and it's just all poof, gone. That's it. So yeah, in last 6 years, I was sort of looking back even at financial results, etc., for the channel, and I realized that I felt comfortable. Never ever rich. I mean, if someone thinks that I've been rich at some point, you're delusional. But like, comfortable, where I haven't been stressing about whether I'm going to be able to pay the rent. Is there going to be enough food? Out of 6 years, maybe it has been like a total of 12 months, so 1/6 of it. The rest of it has been constant stress, because sometimes, yeah, you just stream a whole week and you look at the total and you've streamed, like, you know, good 50 hours or more, and your income has been $100, and that's all you've made, and you're like, oh shit, this month is looking rough, you know, and like it's just constant. It can be debilitating, yeah. Like genuinely, if someone asked me, is it worth getting into streaming, my answer would be no. You have to be insane, A, or B, only if it's a hobby and you have literally zero expectations out of it, then yes, absolutely. Jim says, other than my radio, I'm also losing Twitch in general. 99% of my time is this channel. Aw. Yeah, Jim, that's interesting though. I don't know. Might be better. Might be better. Even Twitch, and again, how hypocritical of me, but even Twitch, hours of Twitch, you know, maybe there's something better to do. More productive. Less consumery, you know. It's been that way for 5 years. It has been a very long time, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And don't get me wrong, of course, you know, there is a huge part of me that doesn't want to do this. That till the last moment was like, but maybe I can somehow make it work. But, you know, I had to admit that at the moment there was no way for it to work. So, yeah. I hope I'll see a lot of you around on Discord. And as I said, yeah, I'm not deleting anything. I even had like a sneaky idea, like, looks like the salary is going to be relatively decent, that I might just slowly just fill the emote slots and everything with what I wanted. So if and when I want to return and do a random just chatting stream or something, catch up with the regulars, we can still have the emotes and everything. Agathos says sometimes you gotta know when to fold your cards. Most certainly. I think you always have to know that. You know, one of my favorite paradoxes, psychological ones, it's not really a paradox, it's more of a behavioral thing, but it's the sunken cost fallacy. I'm sure some of you will remember that I've spoken about it, and we all suffer from it because that's how human brain is built. And this one has been a real one, yeah. This has been a huge sunken cost fallacy where I've been just stretching it till the last moment, basically going bankrupt and borrowing money and living on one meal a day and all kinds of stupid shit like that. Just because, like, come on, so much time has been put into it, so much effort. I gotta make it work, because then all of that is gonna be for nothing, and that's the sunken cost fallacy. Which is interesting that, yeah, often it's better to cut the losses and build something new. So, gotta do it. Cooks, hello there. Seeing you on stream has helped me through my shitty times. Hey, Cooks. Likewise, all of you, you know. You and everybody else in the chat have helped me through the shitty times in all kinds of ways, for sure. Which is why I say this has been a wonderful symbiotic relationship, and in a certain way, it still goes on, right? If we catch up with each other on Discord. I genuinely hope that we do, and that we don't like completely disassemble and disappear. And yeah, about you, Cooks, I'm super duper happy to see that you're here. I genuinely feared for you for some time, for sure, and I'm sure many of us did, you know, when like the more terrible shit happened, so I'm glad you're here. Guess you won't be coming to TwitchCon in Paris? No. That's like gonna be, I'm probably gonna be in the new job for like, what, 2 months? I'm not gonna take any holidays or anything like that immediately. No. So sad and excited? Same! I have the same dichotomy of emotions where it is sad, but also very, very exciting. Yeah, very, very exciting. Most certainly. Haven't taken a holiday yet, and I'm 2.5 months. Oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah, and July is still a few months away. But most likely Paris not. I don't know, maybe the next year. Genuinely don't know what's gonna happen. Especially now, Paris, I mean, look at, well, although until July, I'm sure the protest's gonna end. You know, for those of you who follow news, you know, Paris is in complete disarray right now. But the whole Twitch thing, again, I'm talking about my experience, and that's just my perspective. That isn't the ultimate truth, because with these kind of things, there often isn't one. But yeah, I'm like sort of burned out on Twitch in general as well. Just a lot of the content that I'm looking at, and it's like, I don't care anymore. Like the whole, here's my code, here's my sports drink that I support, all that, and all of the, I don't know, just maybe that's like my brain trying to rationalize and make myself feel better for quitting. But yeah, I just sort of, it feels incredibly shallow in a lot of ways. No PC, no reason for TwitchCon. Well, TwitchCon, yeah, I mean, see, that's the thing. I've unfollowed on Twitter like all of the gaming companies, producers, etc. But what I've kept is a lot of stream-related stuff, because, as I said, I do see myself streaming at some point something that is not game-related. So I want to keep my hand on the pulse to see what's happening with the streaming infrastructure, new developments, new trends, stuff like that. So in that sense, TwitchCon might be interesting, especially because there's panels, etc.
Take my money.
Higgy, what the hell? You didn't have to.
Higgy Brit tipped €10.
Higgy,
hoping you have
thank
success in your future endeavors, Cree.
I appreciate that. Thank you for the tether. Thank you very much, and most certainly thank you for watching and for being here for such a long time. Who's gonna end up with the side long? Love you long time, yeah. I'll see if I can. Oh no, wait. If I eventually migrate out of Stream Elements, like, here's a weird random thing I'm gonna say, and genuinely it's not based on any like hard facts, just my feeling. I feel like Elgato. No, wait, Logitech let some people go, etc. There's a bit of a contraction in this industry. I feel like Stream Elements might go under as well. I've got a feeling. What I see in their server, how many issues they're having, how many people have been let go there, all of the problems, they're struggling with some payouts for some sponsorships, blah, blah, blah. I think they might wobble and fall. So, yeah. Anyway. Wanted to stream me riding around on Snetterton track on the motorbike, but one will be too noisy and two not allowed to film. Oh, well, yeah. That doesn't work then. But yeah, see, there you go. There's a lot of potential content. Like, now that I can actually take like a 2-week holiday that's paid, you know, not this summer, but next summer for sure, or let's see when. But, you know, me and Anna, when we can actually plan a normal family life where, you know, I take a holiday, and it's a fully paid position there for paid holidays. We have those in Europe. Sorry, US. I know you have it too. I'm joking, but yeah. What is it, up to 30 something days a month? Sorry, a year. Paid holidays. So yeah, I can take some holidays. Now, me and Anna have been chatting that maybe we want to do one car trip a year. You know, some smaller weekends here and there, we take some holidays here and there, but then, like, do the big vacation thing, where you take 2 weeks, and then we drive somewhere. We drive to, like, up to Norway, through Sweden, through Finland, or, you know, even drive all the way to south of France or something like that. I love car trips. I love driving, and Anna likes to be a passenger, and she's a great passenger. Yeah. And often it works roughly the same as flying, or some cases even cheaper if it's a little bit closer. Time-wise, of course, there's more time needed. But then, yeah, you make the whole, like, driving experience a fun journey as well, where you plan, like, stops in fantastic places, etc. Why am I talking about that? You know, I could see streaming something like that. That would be cool, yeah. Bonus's road trips are fun. We go once a year. Right? Yeah, that's what I want to do. I haven't been on one in a really long time. The last one that I can remember, and, you know, me moving to Latvia, yeah, it was a road trip, but, you know, not the one I wanted to have, so it doesn't really count. But the one that I remember was my previous one. Well, we're still working at that company, and had my car in London. Me and Anna went to Scotland for 2 weeks. Yeah, we had a friend from Latvia join as well. So 3 of us went all the way up to Scotland. And that was, yeah, road trips are really awesome. I feel like once a year, a big road trip, that's real cool. Yeah. I don't mind, and I enjoy like sort of weekend getaways for like, I don't know, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, go to Barcelona or something like that. But
Oh shit.
but like bigger trips as
again.
well. Yo, Delta dude, what the hell?
Just
Thank you.
subscribed. Cree love, Cree love, Cree love.
Still a sub, 64 months as well. Delta dude, thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Well, I don't know how long you've been lurking, what you've heard. I'll upload this to YouTube so anyone who hasn't caught up can like watch the stream at least and get a little bit of insight what's happening. But thank you, Delta, for real, for many, many years. Well, thank you, everybody, for sure. Sad, but also excited. True. Oh, Info pop again. Yo, what's up? Info, an absolute MVP at top of some incredible leaderboards as well. Thank you, Info. Real. For making this happen for such a long time. You and many, many others. We should face some conversations. For sure, I will too. And your dry humor. But yeah, as I said, Info, if you just popped in, again, a quick update. I'm not deleting the channel. I'm not deleting Discord. I'm not deleting any social media. All of that stays. And I'm still going to be present here and there. It's just for now, I don't see how I can fit streams into my life. One, but more importantly, two, should have started with that. What the two is like, I don't know what kind of content I want to do at the moment. That's all. Once I figure it out, and I'll be like, you know, yeah, that might be interesting. I might do, yeah, YouTube videos or maybe like an occasional live stream here and there, which is why I'm not deleting anything or not like rejecting or getting rid of Twitch partnership or anything like that. We'll all be lurkers after this. Yeah, that's for sure. And who knows, you know, 2 years down the line, I just decide to go live with some sort of a project somewhere or a chat show. Yeah, like the whole chatting thing as well, but I really don't know what about, you know. Like discussing games, nah. I'm going to be out of the loop pretty soon. You know, that industry is moving at an incredible pace as well, so that, I don't know. As I said, I've got a suspicion that maybe I'll do something with psychology. As I said, from next year, I found the university studies locally that you can do while working. It's basically all remote and only Saturdays is like from 9 a.m. till 7 p.m. like a full study day. Total of 5 years, but I want to do it. And like that's been something that I've been super interested in. So maybe, yeah, do something like that. You know, some sort of a psychological podcast / interview / something like that. We'll see. We'll see. Would be interesting. So yeah, that's how it is. Online school is amazing even for busy people. Yeah, for sure. And look how things happen. That was a few months ago, but me and Anna went out and we met one of Anna's ex study mates, I guess, how you would call that. Well, a friend basically. And she's studying. Yeah, she's a full-time employed person as well, and she's studying. She's studying there. So I had a call with her a couple of days ago. We went through everything and how things are and how the professors and how good the quality of the education is, etc. And it's looking very good, yeah. And the great thing is here, Latvia, that's most certainly one of those things where there's a lot of very talented professors and teachers, yet like the education doesn't cost that much, especially for me as a local. Even if it is, you know, something I have to fully pay, I wouldn't even have to go fully into. I wouldn't have to go into like any kind of, you know, study debt, I think it's called, or whatever that term was. I could pay it off with my salary, you know, just the monthly payments. So yeah, I definitely want to do it. I want to improve myself. Student loans. Sorry, there you go. That's what I was thinking of. Student loans. Yeah, no such thing. Literally a few €100 a month, and I can do it. Battlefast is not sure I'll be much on Twitch after you go. Even though I've been quiet for a long time, I'll always keep the stream in the background. It'll be difficult to find another atmosphere like this. Thank you, Balafar. I'll take that as a compliment. But you know what? Genuinely, I think some of you most certainly will. I'm sure some of you already have multiple streamers that you watch, so it's going to be fine. It's not going to be a void or anything. But on the other hand, as I said, you know, not trying to be... not trying to say that it's a complete waste of time, but maybe, yeah, maybe just put that time into something else. Glee with the 155. This one's for you, for Crazy Catman, most certainly. Thank you, Glee. Thank you. Keeping Frank and sorting him out? Yeah, of course. Absolutely. Yeah. Frank gets sorted from the first salary, probably. Because we need it. Already in June, mid-June, my father's getting married. So me and Anna, of course, are invited as well. And ideally, we would need to get a car to get there. So... yeah, just to do the basics, the broken springs, pay tax, pay insurance, and get MOT'd, so I can at least start driving it, yeah. Take the compliment. There hasn't been a community that clicks like yours for a lot of us. Oh yeah, no, I said that. I take it as a compliment. Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah. And what I said wasn't meant to be like, I can't accept the compliment. More like that, realistically, I see that as relationships. You know, maybe a bit too dramatic, obviously, of a comparison, but still, you know, when sometimes some relationships break up, when you're not the one breaking up, you're like, you know, I'll never find a person like that. And then, you know, slowly time heals all the wounds, and then suddenly you find someone else, and it's like, hey, this is even better. You know? Let's appreciate what we've had, but it's always possible that there's going to be something even better. That is just how the world works. Chris is going to start touching grass, leave us behind. Yeah. I mean, in some ways it does feel like that. As I say, I feel like I've stepped out of a weird bubble that I've been in for a few years.
Shit. Here we go again.
Oh, Weird Science. Hello.
You're quitting streaming?
Yes, I am. For now, I'm just hanging up the, well, what do you do as a streamer? The microphone, the camera, which part is the more important one? The headphones, just, there you go. Yeah. Thank you, though. Thank you for the sub. It still very much is appreciated and will help out. If not the channel, then me and IRL. But yeah. It's a finished thing. Vaseline machine. Hello there. Yeah. No crying. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't feel like, you know, anything has died or anything like that. At least I don't feel like it. You know. Do you think you'll lose the headphone dead? I never developed one, but like in the hair, yes. The hair is probably going to recover. Although I know that in the office, I don't know if I'm going to take these headphones to the office, or maybe I'll just need to eventually buy some in-ears. Sometimes when I need to concentrate, I like to play some, like, you know, just low frequency brown noise. It's not the one you shit yourself from, it's just a low frequency sound like that. So I'll probably wear headphones sometimes in the office when I need to concentrate, but
it was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
They've been pressed up for a few years. I mean, they've been pressed up for a few years before, you know. I've always been listening to music on headphones, etc. That's for sure. And gaming even before streaming, yeah. Tank says, I too make brown noise. Yep, me too. It is a weird name, brown noise, isn't it? But yeah, Weird Science, you just popping in. Yeah. It was time. You know, I've already sort of, well, we've been live for an hour or so. I've gone through everything. I'll upload this to YouTube for those couple of people who are sort of interested in what and why. But yeah, it doesn't make any sense anymore. And it was a fun journey that just filled a void that opened up after a big failure in my business life. And that's it. And I think it's over, and I'm jumping back into the full IRL normie stuff. Weird Senses just noticed the tweet. Oh yeah, I'll put a tweet up at some point, like a couple of days ago. saying that yeah, the last stream is probably going to be, you know, I was planning on Saturday, but ended up being today because me and Anna ended up being out last night a little bit longer. So yeah, I just moved it to today. What should I use all 731,000? Is that how much you've got? Now that I'm not gonna get 1 million. I mean, again, as I say, if you're not gonna die within the next year or so, and hopefully none of you do, then don't throw them out or anything, because genuinely the content creation part, I have enjoyed some of it, yeah. So I can see myself like doing something. Again, need to find what is the niche I want to take at some point, yeah. So the channel will go on, yeah. Dab it and sip it. Let's go. Let's go with some dabs. Oh, very good one. Sip it, though. I need to get some water. I'm going to get it from the kitchen. Thank you. And some stretch it as well. Yeah. Parsons will hoard my 2 million points forever. Or, Pyro, you could end it today. You could be the one that says, that's it. The stream ends now. Imagine. But yeah, so again, it is quite possible that the sins will be used, and I'll keep the whole Deviant stuff most certainly. Whatever I end up in, I'm not gonna like rebrand again. I'm keeping the 2 million you ended on your tabs. All right. Don't do it. Weird Science says, hope it all works out. It's an end of an era. It is. Thank you, Weird Science. It is. Yeah. But no, it's looking good. If you're genuinely interested, then yeah, I'll upload this to YouTube. I've just been rambling only for about an hour, just sort of. But yeah, what's the TLDR? I have to summarize for myself as well, in case someone else pops in again. Like, I'm done with gaming. It was something that I started doing after a big failure in life, and got really depressed, and that was filling a void. Somehow I ended up in streaming. Borderlands 2 was a lucky fit. It all worked out, and yeah. Once that era ended, I slowly just started getting better, and the better I got, the less I enjoyed gaming. And here I am. I'm feeling great, and I realized that, yeah, you know, I don't have any other content at the moment that I know that I could create, and I can't survive just by sort of going live and playing pre-sequel a little bit, you know. Battlefire has won 1.1 million as well. Oh, a lot of millionaires. Cree used ended. Oh yeah, maybe I have to do that one, yeah. Hodam stream when? When I'm gonna get rid of this dad bod that I have. I for sure will. Because yeah, another one of those things where like, you know, even if I knew immediately now, like what I want to stream. Or if I, for example, didn't quit gaming and be like, yeah, I really want to game still. Then I might like squeeze some small streams in after work. And that's what I was thinking some time ago. But again, you know, that's not about you, chat. It's about me. That's how it always is in those conversations, right? It's like, if I realize that I've got a limited time after work, do I want to go to the gym? Do I want to hang out with Anna? Do I want to study? Because I'll have to do that for my studies, you know, after work as well. Or do I want to stream? And then I realize that all of the things that I mentioned before streaming are way more productive and genuinely better for me. Oh, Whistle, what's up? Gym is life? Most certainly, yeah. I want to get back into it, yeah. OnlyFans when? Spend it with the other half. Life's too short. Well, that too. Of course, yeah. I mean, obviously it's not going to be every day, but like, yeah, she goes to the gym as well. But most certainly, there's a lot of things that I want to do that, for me, in my mind, seem way more productive than streaming. Yeah. You can't fit it all in. That's what she said, Agathor. That's what she said, yeah. take it from someone who streams after work. It's harder to do than people realize. Well, yeah, absolutely. And genuinely for me, you know, maybe I'm that vain or something, but like, I don't see a point also to stream for like 3 people. A couple of lurkers and someone popping in, even if it is the loveliest person. For example, Pyro Buno saying hi for 3 minutes. How you doing, Cree? Oh, I'm good as well. And, you know, and that's, like, I don't know. I see no point in that. We can catch up like that on Discord anyway. So for me to, like, dedicate 2 hours, 3 hours of my evening to chase what exactly, right? It's not going to be, like, financially... I mean, already it has been absolutely financially a catastrophe, but like, decreasing that to even, like, 1 or 2 hours here and there, an odd working day evening, like, it's gonna be pennies. Yeah. Have 3 people, the temptation to end it is so high. Yeah, Agathor, see, that's the thing. Now I can be less polit correct, but I would just say, fuck it, why do you even stream? There's genuinely, I'm not going to name any other names, but like, there are genuinely some really good people that I see struggling on Twitter and sometimes in my chat, etc. That I look at and like, you're a good person, you seem very nice, but like, streaming's not for you. Why are you keep banging your head against the wall? Just like, it's not gonna happen. There isn't gonna be one lucky break. It's just, yeah, don't do it. So yeah. Lyndon! Hey, one of the last yeets for now. For now. Yeet motherfucker, how you doing? Hello. Hello. So yeah, one has to ask why you're streaming, right? If you are looking for some connections and looking to like meet new people, sure. Money should be the last thing, absolutely. You know, here's the paradox. Here's the number that I remember shocking a lot of you in the chat, but it's a good reminder, right? Where are you? Was that in Twitch Tracker? I think it was, yeah. Yeah, there you go. So this is the absolutely insane number. Tank! Thank you for the yeet, and I need to get something to drink. Sippets have been redeemed. Jilly! Hello there, cutie. How are you doing? So here's the insane number on like how unrealistic streaming is as a job. Like my channel, which I consider in terms of like as a job, as a project, it's a failure. There's no other way to put it, and I'm fine with that. But like even now, I'm still top 1% of Twitch. That's how insanely crazy it is. Like, it's way better in the good old hated terrible capitalism with all of the billionaires. You still have higher chances of succeeding, way higher chances. Like, yeah. Top 1% of Twitch. So yeah, it's like it's absolutely ridiculous. There's probably about like, I don't know, 1,000 or maybe less streamers that actually can make it work. Basically, what you have to do if anyone's interested is, yeah, you just have to build a good YouTube channel. Look at Jolts, look at K6. They have regular uploads, incredibly regular uploads, and strong YouTube channels, and that's where the streaming success comes from. And then you can build a stream. And then, like, out of respect, I'm not gonna name other successful and some arguably even more entertaining Borderlands streamers, but they don't post regular videos. Videos are here and there, sometimes 1 in 3 months, and yeah, they struggle. The viewerships dwindle. And you look at them, and I think they're more entertaining. I think they're better players. You know, maybe not better than Jolts, but but yeah, the point is that yeah, you have to, like, streaming secondary. if you want to be in content creation, build YouTube channels, build TikTok channels, build into the avenues with the evergreen content, where even a 7-year-old video can get you some new subscribers on the channel. And then stream as a secondary thing is where you funnel in those viewers from those platforms. Then you funnel them in, and that's where you stream, where you get your tips, your bits, and your subs, and have a fun time. But that's not the main avenue of growth. Started because of speedrunning. Life's better than pre-recorded. Now, why do I bother? Yeah, I don't know. You have to ask yourself. You genuinely have to ask yourself why. What is that you're really looking for? Recognition, fame, money? None of that is possible. Is the realistic thing. Most successful SMW streamers have all huge YouTube channels. Most certainly, yeah. If you look at a lot of successful streamers, the one thing that you'll see is a YouTube channel. And I realize that as well. It's just, for me, I realized that, yeah, it's like I'm not interested in gaming and don't want to make gaming videos. And at the moment, I don't know what I want to make, what kind of videos. As I said, like, might end up being cars with my best mate, might end up being traveling, might end up being, you know, stuff linked to psychology education that I'm gonna take, stuff like that. But I'm not like stressing on figuring it out. On Demand on YouTube has a massive reach compared to Twitch to this day. I mean, yeah, I'm sure weird sites, you know, Twitch just fired 400 people, and there's probably going to be more, because, yeah, it's actually contracted year on year, and Amazon's super duper unhappy with Twitch's performance. Yeah. You need a click-through rate from YouTube to TikTok? Well, yeah, but it's like, here's a weird example, right? Twitch, I can stream, you know, not regularly anymore, yeah, but when I still streamed a little bit regularly, if the game was not right or something, even regulars might have something on that day, etc., and you just end up with almost no one, or a super duper quiet stream. There've been many streams where I finished the stream and like, right, 7 hours done. What's the total? Ooh, $1.75. That's it. Been many of those. But then you look at something like TikTok, which I haven't posted anything there in ages. I shit you not. Every day I'm getting like 3, 4, 5 notifications about more followers coming. Like, they just are constantly liking the videos. One of the most successful ones is one of the little balloons video that I posted. My point is that, yeah, when the content is evergreen, that's the best word for it. When it's there, always available, someone could always stumble upon it even when you're in the bed sleeping and you're not actually actively streaming or producing content, it still generates follows. It's insane that, like, I'll tell you when the latest follower was on TikTok. I've got a new notification. Is that going to be a follower? Oh, no, new like on that video an hour ago. Yeah, latest follower 2 days ago, sorry. There we go. But, like, point is that, yeah, streaming as a way to build is, well, it's not a way to build. It's just an avenue for when you've built something to communicate with your viewers, your community in a live setting, but it's not a place to build. Yeah. Linus was telling Boone the other day, I haven't touched my YouTube in 5 years, still make 75 a month. 5 years. What? Yeah, there we go. There we go. True. Whistle says just do what you want is the best way to put it. Are you talking about, like, content? Well, yeah, that's... That basically, it has to be something that I'm interested in. Don't get me wrong, I was interested in gaming for a long time. And I genuinely was looking forward to, like, building it all around Borderlands, but, you know, we all know what happened with BL3, and then from then on, it just has been, like, just tumbling and you know, bruising experience of, like, trying to find something that sticks, and nothing really did for me personally, because, yeah, that's super duper important for content creation. You know, when at a job you can like work with a spreadsheet or some data that you're not particularly interested in sometimes, and it's not difficult. At least I don't find it. Then, like entertaining, being happy, it takes such a huge amount of energy, but it's also like weirdly debilitating if you do it for too long when you pretend to be happy but you're not. Shamba, have a good night. Thank you for incredible amount of lurks, and see you around for real. Because as I said, yeah, at some point I'll go live, but I just can't say when, which is why I've so many times mentioned it's last stream for now. Last stream for now. Have you taken your joy? I'm off joy finally. I'm off joy. That's the thing. Yeah. As I said, like this Twitch and gaming bubble has been a weird bubble that I've just entered, and like it genuinely felt surreal. As I say, you know, going to interviews, meeting up with friends, you know, from advertising. We caught up, went to their company, had a look what has changed in 15 years, the one I used to work for, you know, just to understand what are the salary levels, what are the hiring requirements, blah, 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 to just get back into the industry and see what's happening there. And it's like, ooh, wow. You're just like, whoa, there's another world out there. You know, because for a lot of you, why I'm saying that, because for a lot of you, you live in that world and it's fine, and you just tune in maybe an hour at a time or sometimes two, you know, to watch a stream. Or maybe catch up on like a VOD on YouTube, and that's it. You know, but for me, it has been like I've been living in that bubble, in that weird bubble. In general, in terms of like, if streaming ain't the thing that makes you happy, then sometimes you gotta quit. Look at Joji. Yeah. I mean, that's just self-explanatory. It makes sense, of course. The thing is, little devil's advocate, cheeky side note. If I was making bank, and I don't know, had a big YouTube channel, or something, you know, hypothetical, or ended up super duper lucky with like an insane amount of community and found a game that really like gets me going, even if like streaming would be like, oh, I'm done with streaming, but you know what, I'm making like good 5-6k a month, then no problem. Then you like sort of get your shit together and just work at it. But when it's like you're struggling to find something good, you sometimes start streams and there's just no one there for an hour, and then I can't pay my rent and I can't eat, then it's like, it's a no-brainer. It's not about, well, you gotta do what you like. It's like, oh, fuck. I'm broke. I'm not developing myself intellectually. What the fuck? Gotta change stuff. That's how it is. Personal questions. Twitch something that in your position, social circles, maybe something looked down upon? Will having a new job give you a better view of self-pride? It's important too. No, and I think you'll be able to echo that as well. No one fucking knows Twitch. I genuinely can't remember a conversation where I've been explaining what I do and said, do you know Twitch? And they've been like, yeah. You always end up with that weird, all right, well, imagine, it's kind of like YouTube. Do you know YouTube? Yeah, but it's not like looked down upon. It's like, it's just that no one even knows what it is. And that, like, seems more interesting to me in the sense that, and that happens often in all kinds of bubbles, that you just get so absorbed in that world. You follow, you know, I'm watching Twitch-related videos, I'm watching Twitch streamers, other streamers, their VODs, I'm watching YouTube content, I'm following game developers on Twitter, and I'm like in this world, and it's just my little world. And then you step out, and there's a much bigger world where no one even knows about it. They've never heard of it. People don't understand when I explain watching someone gaming. You definitely should try the football thing. Even let's say a wife that doesn't watch a football but her husband does, she will instantly get it. It's like when you watch someone play football, you're watching F1. It's the same thing. You're watching someone else do it. Easy. You never get shit for being a professional gamer? With a couple of exceptions, yeah. Like I think I mentioned even on stream, Anna has one. Well, she's a good friend of mine as well, and I really like her. and everything. But she's got that weird thing where it's like, yeah, I respect what you do, but that's for children. I could never accept anyone like my husband or my relatives or someone doing like that. It's just for children. Like there have been a couple of people like that, but genuinely, it like tying it to gaming. There's a huge amount of waste of time, yeah, in gaming and streaming. From my personal observations, as I said, with a lot of people, there's such a huge waste of time, and most certainly for me, in a lot of ways, especially the gaming bit, has been incredible waste of time. So whether that's looking down on it or anything, I don't know. It's just me being realistic, and I realize that, you know, I have very, very little to show for the last 6 years. And I don't mean to devalue any kind of relationships, but, you know, we gotta be real here. Yeah, in terms of, like, professional life, etc., I do value it less than IRL stuff, yeah. Even though I hate that term IRL, because this is very, very real as well. But I do see it as less valuable, yeah. I mean, entertainers are needed, and there's most certainly interesting things you can do. But at least what I've achieved and how I've done it, I guess I haven't done it the right way. I could have been way better off if I continued in either business administration that I was doing, or even gone back into marketing or something. I would have like a solid 6-year experience now with, you know, with a lot of knowledge. But I'll catch up. I've got a pretty bright head. I'm already catching up with like latest tendencies in marketing and advertising as well, and what has changed. Like some interesting things have happened in the last 15 years even, with some new roles have developed that didn't exist before, stuff like that. So I'll catch up. They just don't see what the point is. But yeah, I feel like if you explain that it's like watching football, like whenever I use that analogy, then the point is immediately acquired. They just get it. Oh yeah, true. You know, it's like you watching someone else play football. That's the same. Yeah. Bruno says it would have seemed that like be more common where you live than here. Well, I don't know. Why would it be like that? Household chores, Agathor says, good luck with everything, Cree. It's been a pleasure. Likewise, Aggie. See you on Discord. See you around. Absolutely. Whistle says, like for me, I've cut down games like an unholy amount. Yeah. Well, one of the reasons why I'm not like still streaming a little bit until I fully get the first confirmed, you know, work day and then I go into work, is that, yeah, I just realized that I don't want to game at all anymore. It's like done, fully done. I don't have anything anymore, and I'm just selling this gaming PC as well. Like I've installed everything and selling the gaming PC because that part's done. Culturally, it would be more frowned upon. I don't know. I don't see it. There's a lot of ways this country is, you know, behind times, but I don't think that's one of those. It's just like a lot of people don't know. They just have no clue what it is. So glad that to have had time together that we did. Glad to meet up, send packages, play Jackbox. Yeah. Daily dose of internet, and of course with chat. Group hug, indeed. Thank you, Bruno. Thank you, thank you. You've been one of the realists for sure. You know? I'm sure you know, I hope you know that, for real, you know? When I say stuff like on Twitter as well, what I said about the insecurities, side note, we all have them. That's an important bit to understand. But like, it's like, I never mean you or any of the regulars. You know, if you look at the stream as well, it's interesting how you look at streams. You might have like those 20 regulars in the chat, but then you have like the total amount of people that have gone through the stream and have said something is about 100, you know, sometimes shit like that. Hey, Oxy, what's up?
Oh, shit. Here we go
Oh,
again.
shit. Oh, no.
Bitsman Willie just subscribed.
Bitsman,
Hey,
still subscribing. Thank you. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the still a few emotes that are there. Thank you. Oxy, hello there. How you doing? Whistle says, I realize I have different goals in life. I used to want to be a pro gamer. Yeah, and it's absolutely fair that once you realize you're not going to be a pro gamer, it's like, is there any reason to put that time into gaming? And there's most certainly people who can do it, moderately, as in come home, play an hour or two of Fortnite with their son or daughter, and or on their own, whatever. Getting into too much detail, and that's it, but like putting hours grinding shit, etc., it is a huge waste of time. It is, for me most certainly, and I genuinely, arrogantly believe for a lot of people, but it fills a void. It certainly filled for me. Been such a pleasure to be part of the community. I'm gonna cry again. Hey, no need, Crazy Cam'm. At the end of the day, life goes on, and yeah, we'll see each other on Discord for sure, still for the foreseeable future. It's gonna be all good. Fellow variants. Yeah, listen, Chris, if you haven't joined, !Discord. For those of you not on Discord, if you want to still catch up now and then, most certainly join the Discord. That's still gonna be there, and well, the channel's gonna stay dormant, and my socials as well. I might post something on Twitter here and there, but yeah, you'll most certainly see less gaming related stuff. You might see me tweet about some new music, some new car stuff that I enjoy, etc. Because I've been like, we're aware of sometimes not doing that as well. It's like, most people don't like cars, or well, like I've got a community, there's like 2 or 3 people who like cars, others don't. Maybe no point in tweeting about that, but now I'm just gonna be like, yeah, it doesn't matter. This one always been a favorite, Tank says. Oh, thank you. Everyone's been here amazing, and I've had such a great time getting to know everyone. That's true, right? That I also think has been absolutely awesome. How like relatively calm shit has been. You see in other communities, they're like freaking drama and like people fighting and fallouts and whatnot. And like we've been relatively chill. Well, plenty active. But like we haven't had to have a huge mod team or integrate like crazy moderation shit. It's been relatively good. We have been just good people. We could start some, yeah. Give me a reason to delete the Discord. Right, I'm gonna get something to drink though, and then we can maybe chat for a little bit more, but not too much. Europe, for Americans mostly. Europe finally moved to summertime as well. You did that 2 weeks ago, so we're here now. So today, it feels weird, but it's already almost 10 p.m. Yeah, so it's 1 hour ahead. Right, just a sec. Water. Hello, hello. Right, there we go. We got some water. Whistle. Same here. See you around. See you around. Absolutely. Chair stream. Gotta do a chair stream. You to you. Batsman says it was fun to be in here while it was going. Absolutely. Thank you to you as well, Batsman. For real. Thank you for still subbing. That's incredible. And well, yeah, as I say to a lot of you who have to go and do the chores or whatever needs to be done on a Sunday night or afternoon, see you around. Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, yeah, it's not like a death of anything. I genuinely don't feel like it. It's just a metamorphosis. We're moving into a different stage. That's going to start maybe at some point later. We'll see. Genuinely. Thanks for all the content. Hey, thank you for all the fun. And Jim, thank you for content, right? In the pre-sequel, that has been good. But yeah, if I ever find what kind of content I want to do, I know one thing, well, just for logical reasons as well, is going to be that, yeah, it's not going to be like super long form marathon gaming streams. It's going to be something where I can go live for like 1 or 2 hours, or maybe make a couple of YouTube videos, something like that, right? And I think that would be good. That would be still interesting for me, and I bet for plenty of you as well. Sometimes maybe easier to consume that kind of content. You don't have to like, oh my god, that's been a 13-hour Borderlands stream. What happened there? Yeah. Hey, Cooks, thank you. Wimpy, thank you very much as well. Appreciate that. All right. Well, I think I've said most of the stuff I wanted to say. And once again, !Discord for those of you who wanna join in, because as I said, yeah, nothing's getting deleted and we still sort of hang out there as well. Old Yellow, oh my god, hello there, what's up? Yeah, who knows? We might still see each other if you still have the Twitch account, for right? So Samus has been an honor. Pixie Power, hello, what's up? And Higgy Brit and Tag, thank you everybody, for real. Thank you for your time, thank you for being awesome. And I'll use the word for the 3rd time on the stream. Thank you for this wonderful symbiotic relationship. Because at the end of the day, yeah, it has worked both ways, most certainly. And yeah, we'll see you on Discord. Some of you on Twitter for sure as well. Those of you who actively use it. And, you know, I am fairly certain that one day, in the not far future, there's going to be a message again about like, hey, guys, I'm going live. There's going to be a stream. Now, what that is going to be exactly, we'll see. We'll see. Now, a lot of other stuff has to happen IRL. And again, I'm sure I'll catch up with the regulars on Discord. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being true, wholesome deviants. For real. I feel like those kind of people have gathered here. Thank you for the support throughout the years, be it financial, mental, all kinds. Thank you. And, see you around.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Malice69 just subscribed, but by EE.